Hey guys, it's Miss Gratification. A lot of you viewers have been asking me, how do you guys find me on other social networking sites? You guys can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook under Miss Gratification, just how my YouTube name is below. So I think it was time for me to do a video about this because I've seen this a lot in my comments. I've under my videos. I've seen this come up a couple times in my weight loss surgery group and other groups that I kind of pop in and out of. Everybody says that, not everybody, but most people out there have the misconception of being healthy or eating healthy is very expensive. No, it is not. Okay. Is it more work? Yes. Is it more preparation? Yes. Is it expensive? No. Yes, it's expensive when you try to go to the grocery store or grocery stores that you used to go before. Like, for example, you go to Safeway and you try to buy healthy. Well, guess what? It's going to be really expensive there. So my grocery store trips went from an hour conveniently down the street to now they're 2-3 hour trips. Why? Because I'm not only going to Safeway, okay? I'm going to farmers markets. I'm going to the flea market on the weekends, wholesale flea market, to the produce area. I'm going Trader Joe's. I buy some stuff at the Oriental Market. I spread myself out where I know I can get more for my money. And yes, do I have to, extend my trip to the grocery store to an hour to 2-3 hours? I do. Why? Because it's worth it for me. Yes, do you want to conveniently go to Safeway? But guess what? You go to Safeway, try to eat healthy for a family of 4. That's going to cost you at least $150, $180, and you come home with nothing. Basically, now I could spend for a week, that's including juicing, not all day, but juicing on and off throughout my day, every morning, my meals, veggies, poultry. I can spend maybe 50, 60, pushing it, dollars a week. Okay. And that is eating healthy. I post a lot of my recipes, a lot of what I eat on Instagram, how I've made it, so that's proof to you guys that I am eating healthy. I've transitioned my family to eat the same way. A lot of people think, oh my God, there goes living a healthy lifestyle because, eating healthy is expensive. It is not, okay? For example, here's another option for you guys. If you're going to buy chicken, fish, you know what? Find a butcher, find somewhere that you can buy it by bulk. And then when you get home, break it down, plan your meals ahead. If you know how many pieces of chicken each person eats in your family, package them according to how your family eats. And guess what? Yes, it's more work up front, but you're planning your meals ahead of time. You don't have the big amounts of leftover food. You're preparing to be able to eat healthy. Incorporate a lot more veggies into your meals. Chicken, fish. I rarely do pork. I do lean steaks. Get creative. I try to put a lot of different stuff that I make just because sometimes, you're so used to eating how we used to prior to losing our weight. Just along how you have to change your eating habits, you have to change your frame of mind. There's a lot of changes that you have to make as you start to lose your weight. Well, guess what? Not only do you have to shop differently for your clothes, you're not that same person anymore, but you also have to shop differently for your household. A lot of people think, oh, well, it's easy for you to say because your whole family, eats healthy. Bullshit, because it took me at least a year to 2 years to get my family to eat that way, okay? Yes, my kids love the Cheetos. My kids, thank God, knock on wood, they were never soda drinkers because I never let them drink soda since they were kids, small. I changed to a lot of sugar-free stuff, sugar-free ice cream. I switched them out little by little. Was it easy for me to switch them over? No. But for you to say, oh, well, eating healthy is expensive, how much more expensive is it to go to, we're a family of 4. If we go to, say, for example, BJ's or TGI Fridays for one sitting, that's a minimum of $50, $60, okay? For one sitting, that's what I spent on a week's worth of groceries, okay? I mean, yes, Do we compromise? No, we still eat out on the weekends or whatever, but come Monday through Friday, I do cook a full meal for dinner every day. I do make my kids lunch right now that they've been home, for summer. Do I make them lunch? Yes. Do I make them breakfast? Yes, I do. But you know what? I've learned to buy in bulk. I've learned to plan my meals. I've learned, a new way of shopping. I've learned tricks of the trade of going to different places to buy my produce. I mean, you can't compare buying produce at Safeway like buying it at a produce section at the flea market or a farmer's market. You can't compare. It's like, are you going to pay $3 for a pound of grapes, or are you going to pay 50 cents for a pound of grapes? I mean, you pick and choose. Is it less convenient? Yes, it is less convenience. But at the end of the day, if you're not putting yourself out there, if you're not expanding where you are shopping, you can't really say and know for a fact that eating healthy is expensive, because it's not. I am a mom that I always try to watch my dollar. I try to get more for my money, especially when it comes to grocery stores. I mean, hello, come summertime, I'm feeding double now because my kids are home all day. They're hungry. Find ways how you can incorporate food with your kids and make it fun. I know I've made videos before of kind of some ideas that I've done out there. Like my kids were huge on mac and cheese. I found a healthier way to make mac and cheese with zucchini and cheddar cheese. So there's so many things out there. Don't be afraid of food. Don't be afraid to expand where you're shopping. But you'll never know till you really put yourself out there. Just how our frame of mind was prior to weight loss surgery, well, guess what? Our frame of mind, we have to change it in every aspect of our life. Not only, okay, I'm going to lose weight, I need to start thinking this way or training my mind this way. No, you will never know the possibilities of things you can do, changes you can make, stuff you can incorporate with your family until you try it and you really put yourself out there. In the beginning, when I started pre-planning my foods for the week, I was like, oh my God, like this is really time consuming. I have my brother and my sister-in-law doing that now. We all go grocery shopping, or they go, I go separately, or I go with my brother, or we all go together. We go grocery shopping one day and we come home. Everybody knows you can go to the 99-cent store, okay? If you want me to even show you how to make it more convenient for you, go to the 99-cent store, go to the freezer bag section, okay? Buy the big Ziploc bags that it's like 18 Ziploc bags for 99 cents. Come on, okay? Go to that section, come home. If you buy all this chicken, fish, if you buy your chicken in bulk, okay, for example, for those of you that go to Winco, Butcher is cheap too. There's different places. The Oriental Market, you can buy your meat by the pound, which is cheaper sometimes. Come home. If you buy, say you have 12 pieces of chicken, in one package, break it up. If it's 4 of you, like me, I usually break it up in about 5 pieces, depending. My son's not really, he doesn't do too much meat. I can't do too much meat, after surgery. So I kind of break up my chicken, down enough for one meal. So I can go from having one package of meat, that normally you would take out that whole package and have all this leftovers. Now that's 2-3 meals for me. So, don't hesitate to plan your meals out. That will save you a lot of money. I see so many people when I go to the grocery store and I'm like, oh my God, was that me before? Like, soda, all these boxed foods, by no means I'm no one to complain, because I used to be that boxed food cooker, like I used to say I'm going to cook, and it was more like I'm going to fix something together, because I'm not cooking. I'm just throwing the stuff together. Don't hesitate to try stuff. I always make sure I have steamed vegetables, sauteed vegetables, whatever type of vegetable I have. Sometimes lately I've been doing this a lot because my husband started getting back into the gym. I started replacing, because my kids are big on rice. So I started making quinoa, brown rice. Lately I've been making them a little bit of white rice, but I only make enough for my 2 kids because they're big on it. But I make sure I serve them, a big amount of vegetables, and whatever meat I made, chicken, steak, whatever it is, planning your meals ahead. Is it more work? Yes. Is it going to save you money? Yes, because you're going from, it's like buying a big bag of Doritos, you know, and your child wants Doritos, but if you give him the whole bag, guess what? He's going to tear up that whole bag of Doritos versus give him a little bit in a little Ziploc baggie, and that's all that he'll eat. And guess what? He has chips for, the next couple days. Same thing with food. If you put food out, okay, it's not always going to get eaten. It's going to go to waste. Not everybody eats leftovers. Plan ahead and save your money. It's more expensive. I see so many people complain about eating healthy is more expensive and preparing is more work. But guess what? You're spending your money even more when you're throwing it down the garbage disposal or giving it to the dog because no one ate it. It's the same shit, people, okay? I mean, is it any more expensive? I mean, to go to you complain about being healthy. Oh, that being healthy is expensive, but yet when you go sit down at BJ's and it's $50, when you go to the movie theaters and your kids want the popcorn and the drink and the candy, you're looking at $20, $30. That's half your grocery list. By all means, I'm not saying don't go out and do stuff, because we do stuff, but it's all a matter of managing your money, knowing how to make your dollar stretch and getting more for that dollar. So if it's going to take you going to 2 to 3 different places to complete what you need for the week, I guarantee you, try it for 2-3 weeks and see how much money you have left over. You're going to cut your grocery bill in half. So stop saying eating healthy is expensive. You will never know until you physically put yourself out there to see what options you have around you, what grocery stores, what farmers markets you have available to you, and you've really stretched your dollar, you've really put yourself out there. Don't say eating healthy is expensive. Oh, I've tried it. Oh, I've tried. And then once you start talking to the person more, yeah, I go to Safeway. Okay, so you go to Safeway and you spent $60 just on veggies when you could have got the same amount of veggies at the farmer's market and spent $20. I mean, really do your homework. I thought it was important for me to do this video because I see this a lot, and I see this a lot in my videos. Sometimes people leaving comments and like, oh, eating healthy is expensive. Well, must be nice to be eating healthy because it's just too expensive for me. But yet you can go to the drive-thru to McDonald's with a family of 4 and spend $30. I mean, let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a drive-thru. That's not even a dinner. That's like a drive-thru on-the-go meal. It's like, I could go on and on about people complaining that eating healthy is expensive, but yet don't hesitate to drop $20, $30 at Round Table for a pizza. I mean, come on, and then at the end of the day, complain that, well, how do I get my kids back on this schedule? My kids are gaining weight or this and that. As a woman or a man that's a cook, that's in charge of the grocery shopping, whatever it is, your family will adapt to what you adapt them to. I have learned this with my family, okay? If I sat there and I bought all the junk in the world, guess what? They will eat what mom puts in front of them, okay? I don't special cook for my kids. I don't go out of my way, oh, what do you want? No, I am not a restaurant in my household. I cook what I'm in the mood to cook, and that's what I've taught from my 4-year-old, my 13-year-old, and my husband to eat. Come the weekends, if they want to do the pasta, the fattening stuff, I'll do that 1-2 days, out of the week on the weekends. But Monday through Friday, I cook the way I cook, and that's it. Again, your family will do what you teach them to do. As the head of the household, as far as the one that cooks and does the majority of stuff like that, they will accept what you teach them and how you present it to them. Make it fun, but I thought it was important for me to do this video because I see it so much. And I sit back and I read this sometimes and I'm like, bullshit, it's not more expensive. I used to be that girl that would spend $200-$300 on a grocery list a week. On what? I have no freaking idea. But, I didn't learn. It was all trial and error. I didn't, just magically become this way. It was something I had to learn. Okay, this grocery store has this cheaper. Okay, this is where I can get these items cheaper. And you learn as you go. So I just thought it was important for me to do this video for you guys to kind of step back and really analyze how you're shopping. Okay, thanks guys.